Welcome to Crafty Hints. I'm Chantel. I'm excited to have you here today. Each of these DIYs will be 5 minutes or under. Here you can follow me on my social media. Let's get crafty. For this one, I started out with a sign from the Dollar Tree and I mixed a couple of colors, Waverly's chalk paint in the color Pool and Peacock. You could probably mix Peacock with even some ivory or some white paint. And then I had these words from Hobby Lobby. This one is blessed. Now, Dollar Tree has some of this thinner vinyl that is like decor vinyl. It's not sticky at all. You can just use it for crafting. I didn't have brown, and that's what I wanted. I grabbed that from Hobby Lobby when they have their fabric on sale. I like to grab it. This whole thing was like $1.50. It was huge and great. Okay, so I trimmed it down to size, and as you can see when I was painting, I realized, well, the center is going to be covered, so I didn't really need to do that. I hot glued it on, and the texture of this, it really does look like leather. It's pleather, of course. But I love the texture of it. And then next to that blue, I think these blues and browns play really nicely off of each other. And then that's Gleams. I want to say it was a gold. And then I mixed melted chocolate with it, which is an apple barrel paint. And then I painted those sticker beads, or like half beads on a sticker strip. They were originally blue. I've painted them with Waverly ink in the past to make nail heads and decided I wanted these kind of a coppery brown color. So I just painted over the top of it. And I like to paint a couple extra just in case so that when they're dry, I've got a backup if something happens. And then when you peel them off, you just want to make sure that you snip off the extra sticker around them. I used some of that melted chocolate on the stem. I thought about going with truffle, but I didn't want it to be quite as dark as a leather. I wanted it to kind of be an accent. And then I took 3 lamb's ear leaves and covered up those holes, and I thought it just accented it well. We've got so many different textures here. You've got the leather, you've got the lamb's ear, you've got the wood. And so just finished gluing that there. I think I missed attaching the stickers. Literally, I peeled them off after I cut around them and a little dab of glue on the back. Now, I have this little saw that I got for like $35 at Harbor Freight. And it reminded me of my grandpa's table saw that I could adjust the blade down. What I wanted was a stand. So if I just ran my piece of scrap wood over the top of this blade, it's just going to cut it. So I thought if I use these tumbling tower blocks and I run them over the top, that will help me out. Now, I decided I needed a guide on the side to run it against so that it made a nice smooth cut. You just want to be careful of your fingers going on the sides of this, but it's not going to cut all the way through because it is on the top of those blocks. So I kind of ran it through a couple of times, just making sure the blade didn't love this that I was pressing down. I wasn't trying to press down very hard, but it took me a couple tries, but there it is. And then I did paint this one in truffle. So you could definitely go, in the past, what I've done is take my X-Acto knife and go back and forth and just cut a groove and use that to make a stand. And there we are. And then I just tucked these leaves in here because I want this to be collapsible after I'm done. And so I didn't want the leaves or anything glued in there. And when I go to take my pictures later, I realized when I was carrying it, it did tip a little bit. So I'm sorry, in the pictures, it's a little bit tipped. Oh, crafty hint. If your leaves aren't straight, and even when you smooth them out, they don't go straight, hit them with your heat gun quick and they straighten right out. Did you see that? I love it. And here it is. Isn't that pretty with all the different textures? And then it has a hint of like metal. I think it's adorable. It's the first of the month, so you know what that means. I collab with Amanda and Brenda each and every month. So you want to go to 6 Kids and a Glue Gun and Rustic and Lace DIY and subscribe to them. But we'll have a playlist below of some amazing crafters that are either making fall and or Halloween DIYs. I chose to stick with fall. And the last one I did is a quick Kirkland's dupe or inspired by. So I hope you like that one as well. I grabbed 2 wreaths from the Dollar Tree, and they're not quite as thick as I'd like them. So what I'm going to do is incorporate the 2 together. I snipped off the tags and I just kind of looked to see which one was going to make the best base of my wreath. And then I just started unwinding these, at grapevine wreaths are kind of wrapped around each other. So I just started unwinding it and untwisting it, and I will twist these together and it just makes it such a fuller wreath. Now, if I were to grab this at a craft store or at Walmart, I know at Walmart I've gotten them for around $8 for this size. I think they're much more expensive at Hobby Lobby or a craft store. So I just kind of put it together. I grabbed a little bit of floral wire, and in a couple spots that I knew would be hidden by my florals, I just twisted it. But look how full this looks now. Now, yes, it made a mess that I cleaned up before we get going. And this is a pick that I waste not, want not. You guys know that I say this all the time. But I use that on a part that might be seen that I twisted around another part of the wreath. Look at this huge full bouquet that I got at Walmart. This was $3.96, but I think so worth it. Look at all of it there. And each one has a ton of greenery that when you snip it, you can pull it off. And I put it on other stakes and stick it in where you want it, because you may not need that greenery or those leaves on that. After I get done, I even snip off a couple of the leaves and attach those to some of the extra, because you don't need the full wire as you're just poking this in. So often you're going to have little pieces, and I just hot glued it to that and I tuck it in different spots. So even when I'm done here, I sat there and looked at it and I took a couple leaves off and poked it in other places. But I think this is beautiful. I grabbed a couple. I think I'm even just going to, mix them together in a vase. The variety of colors and textures here are amazing. I did not glue any of this because I'm going to keep this inside. I do show it on my door, but I think this one will be inside. If I was going to put on my door, just because we have either really warm temperatures in the fall or really cooler temperatures in the fall, it could snow or it could be 90 degrees. It doesn't know. So I would twist some floral wire around it so that, hot glue wouldn't be as durable. So just continue to mix those in, being mindful of the different colors, being mindful of the different textures, but there's no rules, right? This is your wreath. How do you want it to look? They've got many different ones, but I really think it's worth the $4. I'm just going to round it. It's $4, right? Okay, so see, I just took off those leaves I'm sticking that in there, just a tiny bit of glue. It probably didn't need it, but I wanted to make sure it was secure. And now I can put it in and tuck it around some other flowers. And it may have been underneath before, where here I can kind of twist and move it around just a little bit better. So another little crafty hint, you want to work those around. They're very stiff and straight when you first get the flowers, so put them how you want them. Straighten them out, twist them around, things like that. But look how full this looks. Isn't that amazing? I did take a couple snips off of my other one because I realized I like things in 3. So my pumpkins, I took one of the pumpkins. And then I thought, gosh, the metal words would be really pretty on here too. Wouldn't that be pretty with maybe a little bit of fishing line holding it up and then drape it around? So that's another idea. You could do it at the top. You could do it at the bottom. But those metal words are from the Dollar Tree. But look at this. Isn't that pretty? Oh, come on. Give me a thumbs up. I think I love it. Oh, and there's my neighbor's home. So pretty. I didn't even think it needed a bow. I love it just as it is. Okay, this is our last one. This is my Kirkland's dupe. And I will have this free printable for you. And when you print this out, it's going to come out, 8.5 by 11. So you want to trim it down to fit in an 8 by 10 frame. So what I did was I trimmed off 1/4 of an inch on each side. And then I think I trimmed 1/4 of an inch from the bottom and 3/4 of an inch from the top. You can kind of move it around in your frame to see exactly how you want to do it. And then I wanted to show you, if you don't have a Cricut or you don't have some letters, you can do it this way too. I will give you both. The other one's in color, but I just printed this one in black. So I didn't need to use up, colored ink. But you could use a paint pen, use your glass, and just trace the words fall. Otherwise, I'm going to give you links to the word in the description box below, along with the playlist and along with the downloads. So you could do this with a black paint pen. My black paint pen is just about empty, so I'm just showing it in a copper color. But then you could do it that way. And I apologize, as I was watching this back, I don't think I showed it popped in front of the printable, but it looks adorable that way too. So whichever works best for you. You could even flip the glass over and do your painting on the inside if you want, and flip the words and reverse it. But here it is. I've got the glass on top of my printable, and I just have the word cut on my Cricut. I believe I did 4.5, and then it's just the ratio there. I think it was like 1.7, something like that. And then I just peel it off. This is a super simple one, but Kirkland's wanted $24.99 for something almost exact. I was looking for my double-sided tape because I thought that would, if I put it in the frame edges, that would hold my printable back just a little bit from the glass, and that would give you, just a little bit more dimension. So that's another idea. I couldn't see it. I have no idea. It disappeared. Do you ever have that issue where your craft supplies grow legs? Maybe it's just me. All right. And that's a Dollar Tree frame, but you could also get a really nice frame, and we'll continue to do some printables that you can swap out if you want to do that. So here it is, so you can kind of see it sitting on the glass. And then here it is on my end table. I think it turned out so pretty. I hope you did too. I hope you've enjoyed. You've hit the subscribe button. You've hit the bell so it lets you know. Okay, here's Kirkland's. Here's mine. It's on sale right now for $18.74. It was just an inspiration, not identical. But thank you so much for watching, and I want to remind you how special you are. So take care of you, take a little bit of time to craft, and here's a little more that you might enjoy.